Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm BringItDon. I confirmed off camera, and we're also going to go look at it now. So yesterday's patch, or last episode's patch, was the 1.1 patch, was the big patch, and they fixed a couple of the artifacts. I'm going to show you where the new artifact pieces are. I think right now, yeah, it's just the same stuff that we saw yesterday with Jubilost and everything. So we're going to head all the way to the Swamp Witch's hut and Troll Wilderness. Should I take care of this first? Yeah, let's go talk to Jubilost first. See what he wants, because I don't know where his quest is going to take us. And then we're going to go to Troll Wilderness, and we're going to go to the Swamp Witch's hut, so I'm going to show you where the new locations of the artifacts are. Or locations of the pieces of the artifacts that weren't in the game. I went and I found them. So I'm going to show that off on camera so you guys know where they're at as well. It doesn't take too long. And then since we're going to be over there anyway, we'll head up to the Rillen Spill. Everybody's exhausted. I don't know what this encounter is.
Forwards.
Barbarians. Oh wait, yeah, never mind. I know what this is. I ran into it last time. A small but well-armed group moves across the flatlands. Tattoos, leather, and fur clothing, bone amulets at their belts. These are barbarians. Kellids to be precise. Probably from neighboring Numeria, or maybe lands even further north. They stop when they see you, hands on the weapons and frowns on their faces. Who are you then? What do you want? The barbarians watch you sternly, their hands still on their weapons. One of your people seems to be sick. Can I help? How do we know that? I guess the one they're looking at. We don't need your help. The Kellid starts, his voice grim, but he's interrupted when one of the barbarian women begins coughing uncontrollably. If you don't need it, just shut up so I can. Barbarian woman breaks into another short coughing fit and then spits on the ground. The phlegm is blue. I'm not going to die for your pride. Yes, I'm sick. Caught blue spit somewhere in the Barrens. Don't worry, I don't think it's catching. If you heal me, I can pay in gold. There are tons of diseases in Numeria that you won't find anywhere else. I guess they came along with those falling stars. Fungi, mechanical parasites, brain-eating worms. Fun to be had at every step. Yeah, no charge. Wait, neutral? Good or lawful? I think I'm going to stick with lawful, because that goes towards my barony's lawful nature, right? The barbarian woman gives you several coins. 469. After you heal the woman's disease, she breathes in deeply, relishing the sensation. Wow, thank you. It was a nasty thing, let me tell you. Won't let you take a breath in or out, or breath in or let gases out. I'm Nober. We're from Numeria, part of the Tiger Lord's tribe. We're just minding our own business here, not looking to pick a fight. We don't want any trouble, and we're not after anyone. From Numeria, you're pretty far from home. Not so far. The Tiger Lords travel around a lot, from the World Wound to Ayabaria. Hell, these lands were once practically home to us. We used to clear them darn fey from the Gnarl Marches on a regular basis. Well, now we're here again. That's the nomad life, you see. Never know where you'll find yourself tomorrow. Do you know anything about the situation at Varnhold? Varnhold? Never heard of it. Whatever's going on there, we got nothing to do with it. Now, what are you searching for? The Kellid frowns. No idea, really. Dugath just said we should search for caves and ancient ruins, and he'd tell us if it was what we were looking for. You ask me, we're just wasting our time out here, but Chieftain knows best. Who's Dugath? An old cleric. He's seen a lot, he knows a lot, and it seems like he's the only one who has any idea what the heck we're looking for out here. Have you found anything interesting in the area? I wish. We've been searching the area for days now, but all we found was a cave with some grime-faced half-men. No ancient ruin, no treasures, not a darn thing. Are you the only group of Numerians here? You kidding? Of course not. Our man camps over the hills there. If you're feeling gutsy, come pay us a visit. Okay, tell me about Numeria. Ugh, I hate this question. Well, Numeria is a hard land made for hard people. Ages ago, stars rained from the sky and left a bunch of chunks of sky metal across the land. Some as small as your finger, others as big as a mountain. Lots of the chunks just sit there and do nothing, and we mine them for adamantine. Others make monsters or diseases, or radiation and stuff like that. Technicology. Never spits the last word, almost like a curse. You don't like technology? Why would I? Bad enough it brings us so much trouble on its own, but it also attracts villains from all over Avestan, like flies to a steaming pile of crap. That Technic League alone. Ugh. Tell me about your tribe. The Tiger Lords are an ancient and glorious tribe, one of the strongest in all Numeria. We used to own half the stolen lands ourselves, but that was a long time ago, back in the time of Great Armag. But now that the spirit of Armag's been reborn into the body of our new chieftain, you mark me, word of our heroic deeds will spread across Galarian once again. Alright, safe travels. I'm not going to attack you.
Without a doubt.
We can leave on a good note. Also, they seem pretty articulate for, I know I missed loot, because I did this before. I didn't actually read the conversation, but when I was traveling to look for the artifacts previously, I ran into this encounter. There's herbs down here, I think? Yeah. Alright, so now we'll head, we're still going to go to the capital first and deal with Jubilost's request. So I'm not sure where it's going to take us. Can't exit that way. That's fair. And then we'll head towards the 2 other areas so I can turn in the Cypress Queen set, and since that's right beside the Troll Wilderness, we'll go and grab the last piece of the bracers as well. Which we already have, but it'd be nice to show it off so y'all know where everything's at. I also want to do something that I've kind of been against up to this point, but I don't like waiting so long because I haven't claimed the Camelins or Northern Armarches. I am going to purchase BP. Let's see, how much do I have? Yeah. I'm going to spend 48,000 gold to purchase enough BP to claim both areas and build villages in them. So we'll start in the throne room, and then since we have to run out to the main square anyway, we'll purchase the BP on our way out. We'll probably wait to do the land. Well, I'll see what the date is. If it's early in the month, I could go and do the claiming of the lands right now. And I know we were in the middle of like the Varnhold quest line, but with the 1.1 patch, it introduced a lot of stuff, so I figured I'd come back over here and show it off. And since we're over here, I'm going to take care of some of the other stuff. I feel like that's fair. Let's see. Amazing. You managed to save your barony from an invasion of monsters from the First World, but you were not able to protect it from the attention of the First World's more powerful denizens. Believe it or not, the Domeland has been chosen as the next location for the Inconsequential debates. I've heard about them. Strange entertainments held on Galarian by Fey Lords from the First World. Strange tests with various unique rewards. Your knowledge is, well, pleasantly surprising. It's true, the inconsequent debates are anything but debates. You say that the eldest once made a bet. No one knows what it was, but sometimes one or another of them sends a delegation of Fey to Galarian. Here they hold insane competitions for those who volunteer to enter, and present the winners with whimsical awards. The contest and the reward are different every time, although every time is a stretch. Only 3 such occasions are known over thousands of years. Anyway, it's happened again. This time the reward is a chance to ask any question whatsoever of the host, the competition's mastermind. This creature, whoever it is, speaks on behalf of the eldest. Do you see why we can't miss such a chance? Let's see. You want to use this opportunity to find out why the gnomes left the First World, and how they might return, right? Nice to see our association has left a mark on you. Yes, of course. I'm none too happy that we'll have to play by the eldest rules. You know my opinion of the Fey Lords isn't very high. But if that's what the truth requires, then so be it. In the end, who would best know the answer to my question, if not the self-appointed deities of the First World? Do you know anything about these debates, or are we completely in the dark here? You never know what mad ideas the Fae might have cooked up. I only know one condition. Only teams of 3 are allowed to participate. Okay, who do you think we should take as our third? I think we should take Lindsay. Something tells me Fae are not likely to hold competitions in rope pulling or beer drinking. But the skills of a bard might come in handy. Besides, we should give the young lady a chance to channel some of that energy. Can participating be dangerous? Of course. Considering that the Fae are involved, absolutely. But if the chronicles are true, no one has died in any previous debate. Alright, we can't pass up such an opportunity. I agree to participate. Great, I'll mark this spot on the map where the competition will take place. The sooner we arrive there, the better. The Fey Lords won't wait forever. So we probably have to do that first, so I can't claim the lands this episode, I don't think. It's probably a time. Hey, Bakken! We got more gloves. And Fae, yeah, we already read that. Yeah, just keep doing alchemical items. Then he'll keep bringing gloves. I don't know if we're getting better gloves or if they're the same gloves as last time. Alright, well, I mean, they're the same, but they're good. Like he doesn't have gloves on, so here. Now he has even more acid resistance along with the dragon scale plate. I forgot about this. I don't think I want this. I mean, it has a little bit more armor class, but the other one reduces damage. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Let's manage the Kingdom Affairs real quick. I don't know if I don't think I showed this off yesterday, but they, again, with the 1.1 update, they've changed a lot of stuff. The kingdom management is a lot better. Like, it has different thingies. And I'm gonna save up my BP. I'm at 234, but I think his quest has a time limit. At least he made it sound like it did. So we might take care of that first, and then deal with everything else. Yeah, it says quickly. Alright, well, let's I still want to find the artifacts before I go there. I shouldn't have done that, because I'm going to get another pair of the scientist gloves. Which I guess is fine. I guess someone else could also use some resistances. I am going to grab all the Cypress Queen gear, so I don't need to worry about coming back and grabbing it. Yeah, alright, let's go. Sell everything at the merchant. I'm going to buy a BP while I'm there. 48,000, mind you, so... Or sorry, 48,000 gold's worth is 500... 500 and... or 600. I think it's 600 BP altogether, so... Those of you who want me to spend buy BP, y'all will be happy. And once I claim those areas, I think I can upgrade some of the areas to townships as well, so I have more BP for that.
Thanks.
We should gather our strength.
So let's start. I'm going to go to this guy, because he's the one that sells the BP. Then we're going to deal with, what's-his-face's quest first. Has trade recovered from all the hardships the town has endured? It's been a terrible tragedy, but we've stood our ground and overcome it. We now sell almost as many goods as we did before the catastrophe. We're even lacking in timber, stone, and construction tools. The prices are sky high. Does he have new stuff then? No. Alright, well, here. Oopsies. Did I accidentally sell the emeralds? I think I did. Well, that sucks. Oh, well. You also have that. And... that... Oh, I should have talked to the storyteller as well. Well, we'll do it later, because I'd have to go get the Cypress Queen's last piece anyway. And I think the BP's in this area. Build points. Oops. Son of a gun, where's it at? There we go. So we're buying 600. Really can't, oh goodness, alright. It's a little annoying that you can't, like, finagle it. Maybe if I used the arrow keys, it would have let me go by, like, 1 or 2 or something. It's 48,000 gold. Alright. Now that we're broke, we'll be ready to claim lands and stuff after. I just want to do Jubilost quests after the artifacts, because I don't want to miss that opportunity. I wonder what happens if I show up with everybody. So I'm going to bring Jubilost with me here. Oh, they're all leveled up. Let's take care of that real quick. Just have to bring them with me anyway. Mary the barbarian. What do you get? Greater rage. Nothing crazy. Next. Sure, cleaving finish. Which I don't think actually requires cleave to use, which is pretty cool. Sneak attack, and what is this? Finesse training. Hammer the gap. I'll see him skill focus and he'll have like trickery. And then here, finesse training. See, he already has the kukri, right? Yeah, finesse training kukri. Maybe I'll give him the dagger. That seems to be pretty commonplace. And let's see, I want Jubilost leveled up since he's coming with us. What does he get here? Another bomb. And should I guess clustered shots wouldn't be bad. Oh yeah, they added grease to the game as well. Just a heads up for everybody. I don't know. I guess I'd just do greater invisibility. Can't really focus on him, so I didn't plan on. I don't know. Hope the that competition isn't too hard. Inspire confidence, inspire courage. I mean, he recommended bringing her, so I might bring her to the quests. But since we're not going straight there, I'm fine with bringing my typical. I can do extra performance, or I can just do let's get improved critical, whatever. And vanish, right? Oh, maybe I should get grease. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'll bring this just because it's just gonna be 3 of us in that competition, and since I'm gonna bring her, I would like to have an extra body, stalwart. And cleaving finish, why not? And what do you want here? I want, yeah, true strike, and you can do hold monster. Stone skin would be good as well, or burst of glory. There we go. All right, let's go. I'm gonna bring my typical party first. Oh, I'm paused because I'm going elsewhere before I go to Jubilost quest. Then we'll come back to the capital. We'll turn in the artifacts, and then we'll head to Jubilost quest with Jubilost and Lindsay in tow. So I'll be the tank. Oh boy, it'll be fun. It'll be okay. Let's quick save though, in case we fail Jubilost quest while we're out and about. Actually, let's do a hard save because I don't want to fail this quest. Everybody's already exhausted. Should have rested at the capital, I guess. Let's rest now before we become over encumbered. This episode's a little hectic because I'm trying to go back and do stuff that I should have already been able to do, but the 1.1 patch fixed a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to take care of it since we're over here. So I'm in kind of a hurry. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do Jubilost quest, then we'll head over to the Rillen Spill, take care of that, and then we'll continue the quest in the east. Yes, do you want to enter here? And the companion quests don't take too long, so I don't suspect that, maybe if we don't finish it this episode, we'll finish it in the next one. But, like, the rest of them haven't been too bad. You just kind of go to, like, one area, and, fight your way through. Like, none of them have been super long. Like, his party was pretty short. Theirs was pretty quick. You just went to the cave and fought their old master. Harem's was part of a main quest, so that was really easy. And Valerie's, you went up and you dueled a guy, so... I'm gonna see how long I've been recording. 19 minutes. And none of this should take too long anyway. Gathering the artifacts and turning them in. We'll do the delayed poison when we get over here. Actually, I don't even know if you need it, but it helps. I think it's right over here. Might be further south. Nope, there it is. So this is the final piece of the Cypress Queen set, Cypress Queen's flower. Also had a Dryad token there, so pretty neat. And I've already cleared out the area, so it will spawn there retroactively if you've already cleared out the area, which was a nice touch. So now we go to the Troll Wilderness. We don't actually have to go into the Dwarf Fortress. It's outside, so that won't take long either. We're making progress. Even though I don't even need the Bracer Shard, I'm going to get it anyway, because I don't like leaving loot behind. It's right there. 11 hours.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, so it's up here. It's already showing the loot for me, because I think there's something else here anyway. You loot this log on your way out, if I remember correctly. And then now there's a Shard of Knight's Bracer there. So I guess I could haste and get up there faster. Whatever. We'll haste on the way back out. Yep, so this log right here, that's where the 10th piece of the Shard of Knight's Bracer is.
You can count
Let's
on
haste
me.
up while we leave.
I will see this through.
There we go. We've gotten all the loot that we've missed, and now we can continue with Jubilost's companion quest finally. And then we also have the barbarian encampment we can go inspect. I'm not sure where that's at. I also don't know where Jubilost's quest takes place. But that's our next step regardless, because they're making it sound like it has a time limit, even though it doesn't have a time limit on the quest itself. So I don't know, I'm not sure if there's unseen time limits or not. I'm not going to run the risk of not completing the quest. So let's get back to... Let's find where it's at first. Arbor Rock. Have we been to Arbor Rock? So I have no idea where this... Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, we'll stop by the capital on the way there. It's north of the capital.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
We'll rest when we become over encumbered. I want to try and get to the capital ASAP. Game seems to think this is the faster route, so this is the way we're gonna go. Oh, also, I forgot to do this. He has level 3 spells now, and I had him use Chameleon Stride Greater. Because it gives everyone Chameleon, which makes them 20%. There's a 20% chance of everyone that's affected by it to be missed by attacks. So we'll enter here. Yeah, let's go to the throne room. I have to rest, so I'm gonna hit R and rest anyway. And then I'm just gonna leave with 3 people and head up to the thingy. I guess I could take 6. I'll take 6 just in case. And then they'll probably just make me leave 3 companions behind, so I think that'd be fine. Let's rest up. Then we'll go talk to the storyteller, turn in our stuff. And I gotta read that story, so that'll kill a couple minutes as well. Oh, who are you? Why are you in here? I can't talk to them. Marchioness Clarita della Fiorna. I can't talk to him. Or her. How long have you been in here? Let's see, here we go. Yeah, turning all the garbage stuff. Blind darkness underground, bronze blades clashing, the cold blood of serpent folk and the hot blood of cyclops or cyclopes mingle on a stone floor. And something else, fear, desperation, agonizing shame. I cannot yet tell what happened there, underground, but if you collect all the pieces, I'll be able to tell you the story of their owner. That's the Fallen Warriors boots we found. Let's see, I'd be happy to trade, yeah. Tell me the story of the Cypress Queen. 10,000 gold, 1125 experience. Alright, I hear the noise of the capital. Merchants shouting, horses neighing, soldiers' armor clanking. But this is all from far away, from beyond the tall walls of the palace garden. The noise is barely audible through the lush vegetation, but here in the cool stillness I can hear two lovers whisper beneath the shadow of an ancient cypress tree. I'm not one of them. No, I'm just a frail cypress twig. These two cannot be together. She is a queen, and he is her loyal knight. Perhaps too loyal. But their love could not be kept secret for long. The king ordered the knight executed, but the knight managed to slip away into the wilderness of the Nar Marches in the Stolen Lands. He hid there, away from civilization, with only animals and birds to keep him company. To remember his lost home, he brought a cypress twig with him and planted it in front of his hut. The tree took root, and the knight spent long hours talking to the cypress, imagining it was his queen. And one day I answered. Since ancient times, these lands have been home to the Fae, so it's little surprise that a dryad would be born within a tree. We became friends. He told me of his homeland and his beloved queen, and the merry life at court. The celebrations, the parades, the tournaments. I wanted so badly to see it with my own eyes. Why couldn't you go see the city for yourself? You know not? Dryads are bonded to their trees. We cannot stray far from them. And even if we could, our kind tends not to get favorable reactions from humans. They find us too strange, too alien. I doubt I would have been warmly received in the city. Did you fall in love? Of course not. The very thought is shameful. The knight remained faithful to his true love till the end of his days. As for me, well, I was born from a twig of the cypress under which the knight and the queen's love story began. I like to think I was a child of their love, in a way. I never told him directly, but I always considered the knight to be like a father to me. What happened next? So I decided I wanted to be a queen myself, and why not? After all, the Green Mother gave me my fair share of beauty and magic, and the knight taught me all about how to rule a country. I organized a celebration. All the local fae were invited. I had no idea there were so many of my kin in the neighborhood. Everyone came. Shy nymphs, merry satyrs, and with their reed pipes, tender nixies, leprechauns with their fancy buckled hats and shiny boots. The celebration lasted 3 days, and my guests enjoyed it so much that every one of them proclaimed me their queen at the end. I wasn't establishing prisons, or taxes, or other nasty things common in human courts, but the social life of my court was vibrant enough to make any human monarch jealous. What kind of functions did your fae court conduct? We did all kinds of amazing things. Sometimes I hosted dances that went on all night, or held tournaments in which satyrs would entertain the audience, kicking each other for the right to kiss me. There were even parades organized for the local animals. Just imagine, deer, boars, and bears, all marching in lines. Even those fae who initially didn't like the idea of a kingdom were happy with things. I think we may have been the only kingdom in the world built without a single drop of blood spilled, built on a foundation of joy and happiness. So your kingdom wasn't real, it was basically just a game. What an odd suggestion. How about your country? Is it real? Or could it be just a game with complicated rules and high stakes? Our kingdom was as real as we were. And then what? Life in the woods changed a lot over time, and the night changed too. After spending so much time around Fae and meditating alone in nature, he became more religious and built a shrine to Aristotle with his own hands. Rumors spread around the area of some hermit or saint living in the swamps. Though to be frank, there wasn't anything saintly about him, as far as I could tell. But people started coming to meet him, and over time, a small village grew around the shrine, built by people in search of a new life. As word spread of our kingdom in the woods, some people were surprised, while some just smiled knowingly. After all, the idea of a kingdom was familiar to humans, so Fae living in a kingdom made them seem less alien, less strange and scary. So we began living side by side in peace. Sometimes Fae would visit humans just to share a cup of tea, and sometimes there were even unions that resulted in children. Human children, the sum of the magic of the Fae. Some of those children deserve their own legends, but those are other stories for another time. Human monarchs are quite different from their subjects. They have eyes everywhere, the arms are long and their memories longer. As the village grew, news of the location of a disgraced knight made its way to the king. Eventually a small but heavily armed group of the king's men arrived in the village, demanding the hermit knight leave with them immediately. The villagers, both human and fey, were ready to fight to defend him, but the knight followed his unwelcome guest voluntarily. He said he wanted to avoid bloodshed. He was old and longed to see his homeland and his beloved queen once again, even if it ended with his execution. So the knight was taken away. Everyone grieved for him, myself especially, but as time passed, the pain subsided, as it tends to. Both the village and the Fey Kingdom happily lived in peace for many years after. What happened to the knight? I know not. This story was not about him. The Dryad never saw him again. Perhaps he slipped away from his guards and accomplished a slew of heroic deeds afterward. Perhaps his captors executed him on the first day, simply taking the king his head. Maybe he died on the executioner's block, but in the city of his youth, gazing once more upon his queen. Older now, but as beautiful as ever. Maybe the city had changed beyond recognition, and his queen had died years ago, and he realized too late that his true home was a village built in the swamps. Or maybe the king saw that the pious old man standing before him shared nothing in common with the bold young upstart that had impinged his honor so long before, and thus pardoned him. Alas, alas, we have no way of knowing what really happened. Time spared not even the kingdom where this story started, so your guess here is as good as mine. What happened to the village and the kingdom after that? If your wonder is strong enough, you could visit the Nar Marches yourself and ask the locals. I suspect someone there would know what happened next. The story was about how the Fey Kingdom was established, and that story is over. Thank you for your story, storyteller. Okay, so got a bunch of experience for that and a bunch of money. Made back some of the money I spent trying to establish a kingdom. We'll put this in here, and that. And this and that. How many of those do I have? 5? It looks like just 5. Okay. Well, let's get going. Go deal with Jubilost quests. I'm gonna bring Jubilost, Lindsay, and 3 other companions. I'll probably bring like Ekendio, Valerie, and Harem. For the sake of tanking. Ekendios there for DPS because he has absurd DPS. I wonder what Jubilost's favorite food is. Ekendios the hunter's roast. Lindsay's the sweet pancakes. Or sweet cakes. Valerie liked the galt, whatever it was, galt something. I think it was rice or some garbage like that. And actually, no, I'm just gonna travel with the 3. No, that seems dumb. I don't like the idea of traveling with just 3 of them. Well, I guess I just need these 2. Let's bring Harem as well. No, let's not risk it. Let's just do these 3. That's what they want, that's what they'll get. Alright, let's quick save before traveling with just 3 companions, and then we'll head up towards the this area. This is my kingdom, so I get a bonus on attack rolls. That's exciting. And damage rolls, right? Yeah, attack and damage rolls. I wonder which way I need to go. Let's try going up this way. Nope. It's not gonna stop me halfway. It's probably right here. Yep.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Let's rest. I didn't appoint a hunter. Son of a gun. Does he add anything? -1 plus 6. Alright, and there we go. And you do special rolls, effective management. Reduces everything by an hour, so it won't waste as much time. 7 hours. It would have been 8 hours, so. Thanks, Jubilost. Hope we don't get attacked. Alright. Let's quick save again, and then we'll jump into this. Also want to see how long I've been recording. 34 minutes. Alright. Again, this episode's a little hectic, a little rushed, and I apologize. I also have things I have to do today, so Near Zottenroppel. A very pale gnome with dull brittle hair scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other teams already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move. But still, I'd like to know. How do you know we were coming? The gnome shrugs. The host said so. Well, you're going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start.
Forwards.
Okay. Kobold Sir Alfrey. Can't think of anything but tentacles. Fixing his glasses, Jubilost looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read it out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the inconsequent debates. You're to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1. Obey the host in everything. Item 2. Come in triplets. Item 3. No fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily. Even if you really want to, even if you apologize later. Item 4. The most important one. The participant must routinely enter desperate screaming fits. Wait, what is this? And where are the rules? Where are the conditions? And the principles? I'm asking you. Jubilost stops, puzzled, then opens and closes his mouth, then carefully says, well, I think my nerves are failing me. I need to control myself. May the bleaching eat me. No, it's not nerves. It appears to be some kind of magic. Some kind of magic, darn it. I can't stop screaming. Something is obviously wrong here. We don't have anyone with perception. Examination offers nothing, just like anything else that involves the Fae. The rules scroll looks ordinary and suspicious at the same time. Alright. I don't know what to believe. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. So we're just going to leave it as it is? I have a better idea. Let Lindsay buy us some time. I'll talk to the other participants. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever is responsible for this. Talk to the kobold. A little kobold raises his snout at you. Greetings. Are you participating in the debates too? The kobold brightens. Yes, participate. I participate. Amazing. Even the inarticulate kin of the unforgettable Tartuk are here. The Jerboas turn their head to Jubilost and hiss in indignation, and the kobold shivers. You scream scary. Another gnome screams scary too. Angry gnome. I scare. Why do you have those Jerboas there? The kobold lowers his head. Fae say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we're 3. Participate. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he reads the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me. Aloud, but then scream. I scared. So what do you want to ask the host if you win? I dragon. How become dragon? Okay, I'll go. See you. Alright, nerd Zottenroppel. The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him and immediately... And immediately what? And immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter, while he was running from the horde of unicorns through the fields of giant flytraps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Ah, hello again, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nerd Zottenroppel. And these two idiots are my brothers, Vyar and Luar. So what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In this Arthur's last book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Why are you calling those frogs your brothers? Ha ha ha. These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Nerd's colorless and dim eyes flare up with a mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog. So now I have 2 frog brothers. I guess I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes, Nerd responds quickly. Sorry, not Nerd. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Luar. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. Little Kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every poll. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You look pale. She looks bleached, Jubilost's voice is grim. It's alright. I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. Zottenroppels don't go down easy. Nerd smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. Are you participating in the debates? Sure, although really we're just here to see the show. We figured it would be fun, and we were right. You're confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How is it that both of your brothers are turned into frogs? And if Nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, then why does he tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves, or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nerd adjusts a ridiculous helm and strikes a rakish pose. Everything here just screams gnomes. You couldn't stay away, so you got wrapped up in your own prank. Because why not after all? It's so much fun. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister is the one who did it. Enough snitching, Loire. You're just jealous that it was Nerd who came up with the idea. And why did you do it? You're so boring. We wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or just croaking. Nerd roars with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Stop this immediately and release Jubilost from the spell. Croak. Croak, croak. We're just stupid frogs and we understand nothing. Nerd pretends not to hear anything. I apologize in advance if another screaming fit is about to start, but please let's leave them be. I'm ready for anything, despite the fact I look like an idiot because of all this screaming. You think I won't use force despite the rules about non-aggression? Lift the spell or else. Nerd looks at you angrily. I spent so much time getting this prank ready. If you only knew how hard it was when there was almost no color left in you. Fine, here you go. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. I didn't get to talk to the guy about tentacles. The host. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow, as in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent Debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there is anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, and then forgot about them and had to make new ones. Jeez. So it's simple. You want, as your reward, for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers. And always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see. It will be you, little kobold. You, Sir Alfrey. You, Nerd, and you, Donal. Remember one thing. Here at the Inconsequent Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each one will be weighted. Or weighed, sorry. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument. And most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why are you referring to yourself in the plural host? You hear laughter emerge from under the hood. You know very well, you've met us, Donal. But it was a different us at a different time. For now, be satisfied that we do not wish to disclose ourselves. Your invasion is very eloquent. I know only one eldest from the First World, who is called Sheikah the Many. Of course, you might have guessed that Sheikah, the craftiest and most mysterious deity of the First World, has something to do with this. You're a bright child. It's not the first time you've surprised us. Now tell us, why do you creatures from the First World need to organize all this? Win the competition and ask. Those are the rules of the game, right? Heck no, we're not wasting a precious question to discover the motives of the Fae and their lords. I don't have the imagination to think how absurd and silly their answer might be. Alright, well, let's begin. Begins, the kobold jumps from joy. Sir Alfrey, we are ready. The knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the First World. Some of you look so serious. This will begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Jubilost, Lindsay, what's our answer? Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I think of 1,000 of them at once. I don't know where I can hide from them. Let's see. We're dealing with Fae in the first world. And they told us clearly that trivial answers won't cut it. I think the good answer is its own will. In the first world, mountains often change position. There's at least one that does it of it, and there's at least one that does it of its own free will. That's Ulas, one of the Tain, the walking mountain. I should probably say my grandmother, right? Let's give it a shot. We don't know the worthy lady, but something tells us that this answer is not serious. What will the others say? Little kobold frowns desperately. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move mountain? Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. A teleportation spell. Ha ha ha. I could probably manage moving a hill or two, in fact. It gives me an idea. We have heard you. I feel like... Alright, whatever. We have heard you. Now hear us. Of course gods and magic can move mountains. But that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic? How to paint a fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention? Such light answers are the weakest. We will probably award victory in this round to no one, even the dragon. Let the next question be heard. I should listen to Jubilost. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? Jubilost? Well, that's a no-brainer. It's glory. It can't belong to many because then it's devalued, and it can't belong to no one either. Yeah, alright, we'll do... Yeah, glory. The little kobold looks as if he's about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe it's a dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or to his righteous cause, or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. VR. Look how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. I won't accept the answer from the Zottenrappel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now as for the other answers, the heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose hearts belongs to beautiful women. There are many whose hearts belong to beautiful women, and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts belong to many grow any weaker. Glory is a poor answer. Only an extremely egotistic person, not egoistic person, who does not wish to share credit could think it shouldn't belong to many. One's own glory does not diminish anyone else's. We're almost prepared to agree on the dragon, but alas, no one gains victory this round. Here the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single wound. What is it? What do you say, Jubilost? Considering that the question is asked by a representative of the Fae, the answer could be anything from singing to the love of pastries, but let's think logically. The last part of the riddle can easily be ignored, because just about anything in the world can aid or ruin you depending on the circumstances. What's important is that the riddle clearly points to some quality or property of a living creature. Something that is born with us, another point, it grows. I would say knowledge. Each new day brings something new, so our knowledge of ourselves and the world keeps growing. For some, though, this process is ridiculously slow. Okay, so you're born with it. I'll say knowledge. We have heard you. What will the others say? What is the monster? The little kobold grabs his head, stressed. Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It is born with us, it grows day by day, it saves us from the bleaching, and if you only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacles beast in our soul. We feed it with wrath and neglect and tentacles. Eventually it could break free and kill us, but tentacles must admit, the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feed our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count. Alas, curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we described must by its own nature grow. Many see the curiosity dim over the years. We like the answers about knowledge and the inner beast, but this seems somewhat light. We expected something more substantial. We declare that both Sir Alfrey and Doutnall, along with their triplets, shall share the victory this round. But remember, victory shared by two is half the victory. One final trial and we'll sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight, Dragon, Snag? The knight defeats the dragon burns the snag. But if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Children's games, great. These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag, and snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfrey against the kobold and Nerd Zottenrappel against the baron. The winners will then play each other. Is the first pair ready? Yell on 3. 1, 2, 3. Knight. Dragon. This is all too predictable, but charming in a way. The host is obviously enjoying the game. It's a good thing. Because the kobold's obviously going to say dragon. It's a good thing we didn't look ahead. It's much more fun to see it unfold like this. Sir Alfrey wins. Now for the second pair. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Snag. Dragon, Nerd shouts, performing a spot-on impersonation of the kobold, then falls over laughing. Looks like her own amusement is more important to her than a competition. Okay, well crap. Nerd Zottenrappel wins this round. Don't sigh so mournfully, Sir Jubilost. Your disappointment will make all the flowers within 100 steps wilt and die. Besides, all is not lost. The results have yet to be tallied. The final pair, Nerd against Sir Offrey. 1, 2, 3. Sir Offrey takes a deep breath with his mighty chest, but then the curse takes over. Tentacles! Dra! Nerd begins, but then she hears her opponent is shouted, refuses to finish, and doubles over with laughter. No one wins the round. Well, it was fun anyway. And now it's time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of Sir Offrey and the triplet of the Baron have the same score. There can only be one winner. What shall we do? The knight stands tall and proud. There is no need to choose. Give the tentacles to the Baron and Sir Jubilost Northropple. I swear by my tentacles, my squires and I have put a lot into this crusade, but a knight's tentacles means respecting their worthy rivals. From all our heart and tentacles, we see this victory. So let it be. Baron is the only voice of your triplet. You may ask your question. Think carefully. We will answer honestly. But I don't know is an honest answer. Ask about something important, something that a host from the first world might know the answer to. Donal, do you remember? The fate of the gnome... Jubilost suddenly stops talking. He opened and closes his mouth, but makes not a sound. Have a silence spell, mate. Ha 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 ha. I love it. Now what's he gonna do? Come, brothers, let's run. Now everything is in your hands, Donal. Think well upon your questions. We will answer honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. Ask about what a host from the first world might know. Any suggestions for a good pet name? Oh man, if I was not being a lawful good paladin. Alright, I want to know why the gnomes left the first world. There is the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convinced you of this. That is why we present you with another answer. A good one. A valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read. Open the road for the ancient dead man and his black-feathered messenger. The second is 12 times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now. It's not time yet. It's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the 2 numbers together when the moon leaves her path. Near the waters of the candle mirror, find the one who will open the secret. Heap of senseless mumble instead of a... First walk the road, then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end, you won't. That was your final question. We have the answer and yet we don't, but what an adventure. Donal, we'll have to discuss this further when you return to the capital. Farewell, Donal. Ah, we almost forgot. The host turns to the kobold. You little creature, you didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps from joy, but then carefully asks, pointing at his Jerboas, Take my friends, yes? Alright, fine. The hooded creature laughs. Listen all, the inconsequential debates are now closed. We spare all of you the effects of the Zoten Roppel tricks, and bid you farewell. Well, there's a fair amount of talking. Can I talk to them? Alright, well, let's check around. I mean, if I don't have perception, so if nothing's revealed, I don't think there's anything here to grab. I might, if it's still here, I'll come back here with someone that has perception and run around it. But in the meantime, let's get out of here. The mouth is really dry. I was struggling to read there at the end. But I think we'll call the episode here. In the next one, we'll head back towards the capital. And then I'll deal with the claiming of the lands and all that jazz. Yeah, we're going to call it here. So yeah, next episode, we'll claim lands and build towns. We'll also go over towards this over here, the Rillen Spill. And then we'll continue our quest on the eastern front. I'm pretty sure this is where the Spriggans came from, because they said from a cave to the south. I guess it could be the Rotten Cave. But yeah, calling it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.